Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am doing a Q&A video. So I put a story out on my Instagram, asked you to send in your questions, and I do understand that some of you who watch my videos on here would have missed the chance to ask a question. I got quite a lot of questions, so I am going to do this in two parts, and if you'd like to ask a question and you didn't get the chance to on my Instagram because you don't have Instagram or you don't follow me on there, drop a question in the comments and I'll try and include as much as I can in part 2. So I've got them all on my phone, so I'm going to get them up and then we're going to make a start. If your exact question wasn't answered, what I've done is I got so many questions that were really similar, so I've just narrowed them down. So I had 20 different people ask, what's your favourite Pokemon, what's your favourite type of Pokemon, blah 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 blah. So I've just literally shortened it, so it might not sound like your exact question, but it'll probably be along the lines of it, if that makes sense. So first question is, where is the best place to buy authentic Pokemon cards? Now, this is like, there's no black and white answer to this. There is so much that comes into it. Number one, it depends on where you live. So, for example, in the UK, if you're looking to buy more modern sets, pre-release, anything like that, I personally go to places like Smith's Toy Stores, Argos, Game. They're like the main ones that I can think of. If you live in the USA, I can't really comment. If you live elsewhere in Europe, I can't really comment. If you live in Australia, I can't really comment. Obviously, I only know what's relevant to the UK. So it's not an easy thing to answer that sort of answers the question for everyone. But if you live in the UK, that is a good place to go if you're looking for more modern stuff. So if you're looking for things like sealed product like Watsy, anything a lot older, obviously apart from my website www.PokiChloe.com, I personally have bought a lot of things from eBay, and I've also bought things from people on Instagram. So there's a really important thing you need to take into consideration before doing anything like that. eBay, make sure the person has good feedback. I get so many messages from people saying, I bid on this item and I've won it, and it's from a complete scammer who has just set up this eBay account and they've got like 2 items for sale, and this person, you know, is at risk of losing money. Same with Instagram. If you're going to buy from someone and they are, you know, genuine and they're a big account or whatever, or you see lots of people buying from them, always ask for references. They're not going to be offended. That kind of shows that you've got your head screwed on and you're looking for the right thing. So references and feedback if you're buying on Instagram, eBay, etc. But obviously then there's bigger stores like Argos, Smith's, Game, all those sort of places for the more modern stuff. Okay, so second question is favourite artwork on a card. So there's loads of cards that I love. The Masaki being that particular artwork that's not as like, I don't know what the best way to, it's a bit more fun. If you haven't seen the Masaki cards before, I did show them in a previous video of mine. But yeah, that sort of design, but a particular card that I would, sorry, my bedtime alarm is going off. A particular card that I would say maybe stands out as having my favourite artwork is the Uyama's PokiChloe, which is from the vending series. So if you look that up, you'll probably get what I mean with the not so serious that you're maybe used to seeing on a lot of the cards. Okay. Favourite card you own and least favourite card you own. So this is an interesting one because I wouldn't say there's a least favourite card I own. However, there is a slab that is my least favourite, and I've got it here to show you, so let me just grab it. And it's basically one of my Ruby and Sapphire slabs, and the reason it's my least favourite isn't because I don't like the card or anything like that, it's the grade. It's an 8.5. If I show that to you there, you should be able to see that. And the reason why it annoys me and I don't like it is because all the other Ruby and Sapphire slabs I have are 9s and 10s. I don't have any 0.5 grades. So yeah, if I had to pick, the reason would be it's because it just doesn't fit with the rest of my collection for my Ruby and Sapphire slabs. The other card, the other part of the question that said, what is your favourite card? This I've mentioned before, and it is not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm completely aware of that, but I love it just because it's something that is, I don't know, it's just special to me. Again, not everyone's going to love it, but it's my Steve Aoki signed Pikachu, as you can see there. I don't know if that's going to focus. There we go. I love this card. Like I said, I actually got it raw and I sent it off for grading, so it's a special card to me and I really like it. So okay, so the next question is favourite card as a kid, and is it still your favourite card now? So for me it's favourite Pokemon, and my favourite Pokemon's Chansey. It was my favourite Pokemon as a kid, my favourite card as a kid, and it's still my favourite Pokemon now as well. How do you store your cards from your collection that aren't in slabs? Okay, so I have a couple of different ways that I store my cards. Cards that I am getting ready to send off to be graded, to go to PSA, etc. They're all in semi-rigids, and then I keep them in these shoe boxes. I'm not going to tip it up because they'll all fall out. And they're basically all organised into the correct piles, etc. So that's just stacks of cards. I'll try and show you like side on, so you can see the quantity. So yeah, they're the cards that I'm getting ready to send off to PSA. And then I have cards that are obviously in binders. So I've got all my binders on the floor down here. Very, very messy. But yeah, so here's an example. Here is my Ruby and Sapphire Master. And this is a Volt X binder. Sorry, I thought I missed the front there. As you can see. And then for the sets that are bulkier, where there's a lot of cards in the set, I use these. And as you can see, if I hold it like that, you can just get a lot more in them, basically. Sometimes I have multiple sets in there as well. So that is how I store my cards that are just loose, raw cards that aren't in slabs. I hope that answers that correctly. And then as you can see, I've actually got some slabs up here as well. Okay, next question. We've also got Frank down here. He's joined us this evening and he's huffing and puffing. He's obviously getting bored of me already. Okay, next question. Favourite set of all time? Now, I had to get this out because, as everyone knows, it is Legendary Collection, and I am very, very fortunate to have a Legendary Collection box, as you can see. Absolutely beautiful. Give you an up close there. Very, very lucky to have this in my collection. Yes, I do want to open it. No, I haven't opened it yet. It is still completely sealed, but that might be something that's coming later down the line. But yeah, favourite set of all time is Legendary Collection. What sort of semi-rigids do you use? Okay, I get a lot of questions about this because obviously I post them on my Instagram all the time and also on my TikTok. So they're actually my own design, and they have little hearts on them, as you can see. There's my little logo, PokiChloe. So if you ever want to buy any of these, I do actually sell them, and they're on my website, which is in the description, but it's www.PokiChloe.com. But yeah, I'll give you a close-up so you can see there's a tiny little heart on the top, and I just think they're really cute. Obviously, they're girly, but guys can get them as well if they like that sort of thing. Okay, before YouTube yourself, did you have a favourite YouTuber? Yes, I actually had two favourite YouTubers, and they still are some of my favourite YouTubers, but they are very, very different. So the first one would be Leon Hart, and I love him for obvious reasons, for the entertainment aspect. He is theatrical, it's exciting. The pack openings, I just love him in general, as I know most of you do. And then my other favourite YouTuber would be SM Pratt. So he is more the knowledge side of things. Like I said, polar opposite from Leon Hart. So SM Pratt for the knowledge, and Leon Hart for like the entertainment side of things, with like the dramatic pack openings and things like that. Do you have any tips on getting started with sharing your collection online? Okay, yeah, if you were going to start sharing your collection online and you hadn't at all before, and it's just something you kept to yourself, like with your friends, etc., I would probably say Instagram is a good social platform to share on. Couple of reasons. I think that, I don't know, people seeing pictures rather than starting off straight on YouTube. I think you'd get a bit more engagement through Instagram. And when I started Instagram, I used things like hashtags to search for certain cards, and then you'd meet other people, and then it kind of just goes from there. So I think Instagram is brilliant because you can use hashtags yourself, people will find you, and obviously you can search for things that you enjoy, and you'll come across other collectors that way as well. And I've met a lot of nice people through Instagram, so Instagram is a great place to get started. Okay, Do you collect anything other than Pokemon? If you followed me on Instagram for a long time, you will know that I collect handbags and I love Louis Vuitton. But I don't post any of that on my Pokemon page because I'm sure most of you don't really care about handbags. But if you want to see them, let me know. I'm more than happy to share. Okay, folder cards or slabs. I think by this it means like binder sets like those or PSA or whatever graded slabs. It totally depends on the set. There are some sets that I love and I have a binder set, and then there are some sets where there's particular cards that I like and I'd rather just have those cards in a good grade and have them as my sort of slabbed collection as such. Okay, if you could open any set, what would it be and what would you like to pull from it? Okay, again, legendary collection, and I get the questions, why don't you open it? You've got a booster box sitting there. It's not just something you're just going to rip open, even though I'd love to. And I am planning on it, but not quite yet. And if I could pull any card, it would be the reverse Charizard or the reverse Mewtwo. And I have a funny story about the Mewtwo. I don't know if you've watched some of my earlier videos, but I actually sold the PSA Mewtwo that I had to help fund another purchase. And then about 2 weeks later, I got a mystery box and there was one in there. So I felt like it was following me and it keeps coming back to me. And I also love the artwork on that card as well. Okay, moving on. Do you trade? Yes, I am always open to trades. Feel free to contact me via my website, DM me on Instagram. I'm always open to seeing what other people have. I might not always be interested, but it's always worth asking. And another thing to point out is I sell a lot of singles on my website and other products. And if you see something and you don't necessarily have the funds, but you have items that you think actually I could possibly trade because the value is similar, just message me, just let me know, because again, that's something I'm open to. So yes, always open to trading with people, 100%. How did you get into Pokemon? When Pokemon first came out, I was about 7 years old and it was the biggest thing ever. My brother was into it as well, even though he was actually quite a bit younger than me at the time. As he got a bit older, he got into it with me. Everyone at school, all my friends, Pokemon was like the biggest thing around for kids when it first came out when I was younger. So obviously started on base set all the way through and always loved it since. I did stop collecting for a while, but then I got back into it properly a few years ago and obviously had kept a lot of stuff from when I was a kid. So yeah, that is how I got into collecting. Right, what made you decide to start a YouTube channel? Okay, this is an interesting one. To begin with, I wasn't sure about starting a YouTube channel. I didn't think I'd be, I don't know what the word is, necessarily interesting enough to be on video and talking about things, and also who would watch my videos. So what I did is I started my channel and I kind of told myself, if people watch it and look like they're enjoying it, I'll keep going with it and I'll try and see what people want me to film and want me to put out there. If people don't like it, I'll stop. And so far, I think I've had a good reaction and I'm happy with that. And I think people are happy with the content that I'm putting out. So that is why I've kept going with it. And then this leads into another question, which I got loads of, so I've kind of just shortened it down into one. It's, what is your full-time job? Do you just do YouTube? No, I don't just do YouTube. My dream would be. Obviously, I've just started YouTube. I have a full-time job, Monday to Friday. I work in an office, and all of this is done in my spare time, weekends, evenings, etc. Okay, this is a question I got, and I feel like I needed to address it because a few other female collectors asked me a similar type of question, and I thought it would be a good time. I don't really talk about it at all on my channel or on Instagram, obviously, even though it happens to a lot of female collectors. But the question was, do you ever get unwanted messages from guys, and how do you deal with the conversations that go too far? Basically, I think I don't know, I know some people aren't. I'm one of those people, nothing really offends me. People send wild things in the DMs and it just goes over my head. I don't let it bother me. Like, I don't know how to say it apart from, if everything people said to you online, you let it affect you, I feel like everyone would be broken all the time. And I know obviously some people have thicker skin than others and can brush things off a lot easier, but my mindset is, I don't know a lot of these people, especially some of the people that DM me inappropriate things. So I'm like, I don't know them. They're not going to affect my life. It doesn't bother me. It's just a straight delete the DM, or if it's that crazy, I'll block the person and they're not going to DM me again. I don't even give it the time of day if it's inappropriate or I'm not comfortable. But like I said, a lot of things don't offend me. So a lot of the time it just doesn't faze me. I just brush it off. Like, I'm just not even going to respond to it. But I know a lot of female collectors, and I think maybe it puts female collectors off maybe starting a social page and like putting pictures of themselves on there with their collections, etc, etc. But I just don't care. If you want to DM me something crazy, I'm probably not going to reply to you. So good luck for trying. What else can I say? Right, let's have a look. Let's pick a different kind of question. Okay, this was quite an interesting question. What exposure did you have to YuGiOh when you were younger, and why did you choose Pokemon over YuGiOh? So when I was younger, YuGiOh was obviously around as well, and the easiest way I can explain it is Pokemon was a bit more vibrant and more appealing to me at the age when I got into it. When YuGiOh came out, I think for how old I was, I think it was a bit more complex and it wasn't as exciting for me. My brother was into YuGiOh, but that's something I never really and have never since like dipped into or touched on. I know a lot of you collectors who are into Pokemon also have a big YuGiOh collection, but it's just not something I was ever interested in or drawn to. I think Pokemon drew me in a lot more. That's the best way I can describe it. Okay, how did you grow your YouTube channel so quickly in just 4 months? I don't know is the answer. I think the easiest way I can describe it is by I've tried to post consistently. When I first started, I was just posting a video every now and then. But I think another important thing is advertise it on your other socials if you've got them. So for example, TikTok or Instagram. If I post a new YouTube video, I put it on Instagram that I've posted a new video. And even if a lot of people aren't subscribed to me, they might click on the video, check it out, I get a view. Same with TikTok. If I'm doing live streams and things like that, I tend to advertise that I'm going live on YouTube. And if someone has just come across your profile, it draws in a new person. But I think consistency is key with anything social media wise. Just keep at it and be consistent and enjoy what you do, because if you don't enjoy it, it will definitely come across in your videos and your pictures and your content, and then I think other people won't enjoy it as well, if that makes sense. Okay, this has made me laugh, and I've had a few people ask me this. Are you an Essex girl? No, I'm not. I'm not from Essex. I don't really think I've got an Essex accent, but I just wanted to address that. I'm definitely not an Essex girl. There's nothing wrong with being an Essex girl, but I'm not one. Thoughts on the state of the quality control on the English TCG? Okay, so I've spoken a lot about this recently on some of my recent videos to do with Chilling Reign, and if you've watched them videos, you will also understand what I'm talking about. I think the quality on the modern sets, especially Chilling Reign, has been absolutely shocking. Don't get me wrong, I have seen people pull from Chilling Reign and they've had great centering on their cards and the quality's been great. I got really unlucky, but I'm not the only one. I definitely, when I put it out there about how bad I had it, other people were saying, yeah, exactly the same thing. And don't get me wrong, there are some beautiful, beautiful cards in Chilling Reign, for example. Cards I would love to have if I was putting a set together, but the quality has just put me off so much, because even though I wouldn't necessarily be sending those cards off to get them graded, even to put them in like a binder, as soon as I pull them, I will look at them and it will annoy me and I'll be like, I don't even want it. And I think it was the Electrode that I pulled from Chilling Reign. I was so excited, I could see the gold, and as soon as it came out, I couldn't even look at the card. All I could see was the centering. It was so horrendous, and all of my pulls were the same, and it just completely put me off the set. So I'm really hoping when Evolving Skies comes out, they rectify this problem, because it'll be a real, real shame if it's the same kind of thing. I think the bad quality control, it just needs to be improved. I just think people are going to just be put off so much by buying into the modern sets because of it. Well, I am personally, and I know a few of you have said to me the same thing. So that's my view on it. Like I said, I know some people have got really lucky, especially with Open Chilling Reign, and their cards have been perfect. So it's not everyone, but it's out there. and it's been quite noticeable this time round. So I would say, you know, I'm not that impressed with it at the moment. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to park it there because I've still got a few more questions to go, and I want to give people the opportunity on YouTube, so any of my subs here who don't follow me on Instagram, don't have Instagram, and wanted to ask a question but didn't. So if you'd like a question answered, please drop it in the comments below, and I will put them all together, add them onto the questions I've got, and I will do a part 2 of this later in the week. Let me know if you enjoy these sort of videos. Again, I've never done a Q&A before. I've done a few on my Instagram every now and then, but I think it's just interesting to see what people's questions are, and obviously I can tell you things about my collection that you might not know, or anything else about me that you want to know. So, thank you very much for watching. Please hit a like if you haven't already. Please subscribe. Also turn on the notifications so you get notified every time I post a new video. Like I said earlier, please leave a question below if you've got a question and I haven't answered it already. And part 2 will be coming later in the week. So I will see you then.